to the Swamp Lily Charity Hour, featuring area singer-songwriter Maurizio Rusmano, comedian Jen McMullen, and of course, Swamp Lily. We are benefiting Wizards Wardrobe today, which represented by Diane Hester. Diane, come on up and tell us about the charity.
Good afternoon, everyone. As you said, I'm from Wizards Wardrobe. We are a free after-school literacy tutoring program in the south end of Albany. We work with students grades 1 through 5 who are struggling readers. They come to us below grade level. We have volunteer tutors that we teach how to teach reading who work with a particular student for the entire school year to try to get them reading at grade level before they graduate on to middle school. And although our students come to us, they don't like words, they hate reading, they hate writing, they hate books. But by the end of the tutoring year, everybody writes something for our anthology. Student art, they get an author page and they write a story or a poem. We had one little girl who wrote a story about wanting to be a teacher just because she wanted a rolly chair. And another boy who wrote, pages and pages about instructions for either Fortnite or Minecraft, which I can't remember, but ran out of room, so you had to follow him to get more directions. So our kids are wonderful. They come to us lacking the confidence to put themselves out there to learn to read, and so working with them and reaching that moment where, aha, yes, I can do this, and even better, some of them actually like reading by the time they leave our program, which is my goal. And we work really hard. Our program, is volunteers, but as you know, everything costs money. Books cost money. We've introduced an extracurricular Saturday program to introduce our students to more experiences. We do some summer field trips. So visit our website, wizardswardrobe.org. I left some cards if anybody wants to call with questions, or if somebody wants to volunteer. The more volunteers we have, the more students we can help. Thank you.
And if you want to make any extra donations, there is a jar out there.
It's in here now.
Nope, it's in here.
Oh,
Right on the corners.
there's the jar with donations if you want to make some extra donations to the charity. Okay, folks? All right. Thank you, Diane. All right, everybody. Welcome, Swamp Lily. Here we go. It's a song called My Delivery Man. I wrote it probably, 15 years ago. I finally got him.
What did he deliver?
Yeah, you like to know.
My baby loves me, tells him every day. Can't help himself, he delivery man.
That's what he delivers.
So, I grew up, most of you know that, I can't go anywhere without telling everybody that I grew up in northern Minnesota. It
You
just,
don't need to tell us, we can hear.
yeah, there, you.
Don't show them.
Don't you know? Okay, so, anyway, I wrote this little song called My Minnesota Home. Whoop. There you go, gal. Okay, here we go. 1, 2. There is an ocean in Minnesota, 10,000 lakes make up the sea, and there are boats and lots of bars. Seems like the ocean to me. There is a river Minnesota, and it runs from there to the shining sea. I spent my childhood on the Mississippi. Ooh, feels like home to me. Put my head on the river shore. I hear my memories. I sense the love of the ones that knew what for. Their love speaks to me. I feel alive in those that gave me more. This is home to me. There is a heartbeat in Minnesota, with the farms, the fields, the lakes, and the trees. And you can hear it if you listen. Let it carry your life to what it needs. Put my hands on the river shore. I hear my memories. I sense the love of the ones that knew what for. Their love speaks to me. I feel alive in those that gave me more. This is home to me. I feel the lives of those that gave me more. This is home. This is home. Yeah, yeah. This is home to me. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. This last song I wrote, well, it's kind of depressing. I wrote when my mom had cancer, and she passed away from lung cancer. I wrote this song while I was taking care of her, way back in 2007. And it talks about going to, building myself a pyramid. And it ends up the next year I ended up going to Egypt. It was weird. I went to the pyramids, and I went to where the Holy Grail was. Anyway, okay. Where does love go in the midst of all this living? In the midst of all this living, you live your Move so fast it'll pull you apart, and all your love flies over the streets. Sends you to that hungry place. Only one way out here to know. I ain't looking for that door. It'll open soon enough all on its own. Right now I've got places to go, 'cause I'm not done yet. There's a lot of going there. There's so much that I need to do. I'm in the world and still seems to wanna throw my seeds to the wind. Watch them fly over there. Find out where the Holy Grail is hid. I wanna do myself a pyramid, 'cause I'm not done. Where does life go in the midst of all this living? In the midst of all this living, you live your days and you wander on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, everybody, I'm going to tell a little story. It was sung on my own. And then we're going to bring another musician up here. Alrighty, so there used to be an abandoned telephone pole in my backyard when I used to live in Schenectady. The window on the upstairs south wall framed the aged post and its crossbeam quite nicely. It had no hardware or old porcelain insulators, no evidence of a past life beyond nail holes. Wildflowers grew around the base, and behind it was a tangle of overgrowth that was decorated with the occasional bloom of a too-tall lilac bush. Where there were once cables, vines grew, and trees of all varieties stood behind it. The whole rustic scene in all its unkept splendor looked like a shrine, a giant old rugged cross in the backyard. Jesus of the telephone pole. I mean no disrespect, just a little irreverence. Jesus and I are okay. While it is hard to get too far from Christian symbology in this culture, I find it in my line of vision at the most curious of times. When it comes to religious dogma, I was not raised by absolutists. I was raised Unitarian. Thursday nights were Sunday school. Sundays, I went to everybody else's church. So there was the golden rule, and then there was everything else. From everywhere else. Jesus was not my mother's Lord, but the Sermon on the Mount was a consistent source of discussion and the moral footprints we walked in. The Bible sat openly on the coffee table along with a book on world religions, and there was a dark and abstract rendering of the crucifixion on the mantle over the fireplace. A local artist created the painting, and my mother believed it to be good art, and it was, and it is. The many bookshelves in the house contain the writings of the world's great philosophers and thinkers, artists, and poets. My mother was a secular humanist consumed with passion for the existential. A paradox in most people's eyes, and it was hard to ignore Jesus of the mantle. My mother moved the painting from the mantel to her bedroom eventually, saying it was too dark for most folks. But that was years after I left home. When she passed away, I tried selling it in her estate sale, but there were no offers. It ended up following me back to New York because, well, you can't leave Jesus at the Goodwill. The painting found its unceremonious home in a handy tie bag in the back of the closet for a year in the dining room. Jesus on the telephone, Jesus on the TV and the radio. I wish a lot of folks would pay more attention to the message of Jesus and Buddha and Muhammad, etc., and less to making sure we all believe in him and whatever interpretation of him is considered acceptable in their eyes. Personally, I'm having a hard time avoiding it, the Sermon on the Mount, that is. It comes to mind whenever I hear the voice of the angry believer. The angry believer. We have entered a phase in history where it is more important to be right than it is to do the right thing. I am angry now as well, and I am weary of the persistent presence of self-righteousness and the lack of knowledge of what all this bossy bullshit will do. I was taught that you love everyone and you go from there. Everything else is secondary. So here's to you, the non-tolerant believers. May love reign over you, open your eyes and your heart, and lift the burden of judgment from you. May you learn that kindness is the key to life. Here's my song. Called You've Got to Be Kind. Well, come on in, Miss Nell.
She calls me out.
Thank you so much for coming.
I can't believe you called me out. I'll sit right here.
Nope, my hair. It's everywhere. There it is. Okay, here we go. Being me. Wow, I'm just getting over COVID, folks. It's hard for me to sing here. I'm going to move this up just a hair.
You got it, Gail.
Whoop. Being mean doesn't make you strong, just means you won't get along. You're too weak to carry all that life brings to you. Being mean doesn't make you tough, just means you're not strong enough. You can't handle all that life puts you through. You play the games, calling everybody names, 'cause you're so afraid inside. You may fool the hungry crowd, but in the end you're just loud, full of yourself, blinded by pride. Being kind doesn't make you weak, showing love when you speak, taking care of all in life lets you find. A big heart makes you tough, makes you strong enough. There's nothing easy about being kind. There's more to love than just looking up above. You gotta give more than you receive. The golden rule lives in everybody's school. When it comes to love, you've got to believe. I wish you joy, I wish you all that you need, a life that brings you peace of mind. And when your world is split in two and it seems there's nothing you can do, just remember, ooh, just remember, yeah, 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 just remember, oh, you gotta be kind. Ooh, you gotta be Thank you. Now, Maurizio is an area singer-songwriter known for his curious lyrics, warm singing style, and expressive guitar playing. He has been nominated for Solo Performer of the Year for the Thomas Edison Regional Music Awards, the Eddies, in 2022, 2023, 2024, and 2025. Yeah, no kidding. His single, In the Ground, ranked number 34 on WEXT's Top 50 of 2024, and his singles Radio Waves and Dulcinea received major rotation on WEXT. His new album, Premonitions, is due for release in 2026. Everyone, let's give a warm welcome to the very talented Maurizio.
There you go, Joe.
I'm gonna take my jacket off. Should stay why. This is such a great space. And Gail, you've taken advantage of it, doing some good stuff. Gail is a great musician. There's one particular song, Elizabeth Fate, that I wrote, where you helped me. It's probably 15 years ago.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You helped me with the sort of bridge, outro
Yep.
part of the song. So I still do the song. Whenever I do it, I think of you. Yeah, Gail showed me how to do that. I forgot what we were doing. It's sort of like a modulation. Of some sort
Yeah, it was.
that we were doing. Yeah. So let's see. Put this over here. You guys all doing all right?
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. Just get my guitar. Change the weather. Instrument. Feel it too.
Can you get the mic back? Turns back a little bit.
What's that?
Your mic.
Oh yeah. We'll get to that.
My delivery man.
Yeah, so wood instruments, especially, the weather changes, things get drier. So not only humans, like myself, went for a run today. I got home, my nose is bleeding. It's the air's so dry. You know? What's that? But, yeah, instruments have the same thing going on. Hey, there I am. Hey. So I'll do this song called If I Could Get Free. And the song was inspired by a movie I was watching, particularly Snowy Week. The movie was released in 1960. It's called Let No Man Write My Epitaph. And Burl Ives is in the movie. Ricardo Montalban, among other actors. Great movie. It's basically, the same old story. Falling victim to your circumstance, And anyways, there was a great singer in the movie. It's probably overdubbed, but nonetheless, it was her. And I'm like, wow, who's that? And I looked up who the actors were, and it was Ella Fitzgerald.
There you go.
So anyways, I wrote this song. I hear a piano in an empty room. voice as sweet as June. What can cool my desire? The pain that haunts me, like ghosts on a train, singing a familiar song. If I get free, I would sell the shouting sea for penny and live the rest of my life singing that song. Did we end up here where trees die young and everybody knows hope has long been gone, but we still talk about it, that one big day when change it comes like a tidal wave. If I could get free, I would sell the shorted sea for a penny and live the rest of my life singing that song. La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da. In the lowest of places, they are diamonds in the rough. We watch them shine and we wonder why it's not enough. Is it chance life's cruel hand, or something we don't see? With a voice so sweet, could have set the world free. If I could get free, I would sell the shorted sea for a penny and live the rest of my life singing that song. If I could get free, I would sell the shorted sea for a penny and live the rest of my life singing that song. Yeah, for a penny and live the rest of my life singing that song. Thank you. So this one is called Where'd It Go? This is my hit song. It's about still living in my mom's house. I'm in my 50s. We never grow up, ladies and gentlemen. At least I don't.
No, we don't.
She's gone. My dad's gone. I have a sister Grace who passed away when she was 25 in the Peace Corps. She's gone. Where does it all go? I wanna go home. Where is home? I still live in the house that I was born. It's all I have, crumbling down. I still remember every sound. Where do they go, these beautiful sounds? All their beauty buried in the ground. wanna get my hands dirty and find the love. Where did it go? This beautiful love through my hands. Where did it go? This self-reliance is bittersweet. Best to find a lover, but nothing's guaranteed. There's pictures on the wall that tell the story. Your stitchwork framed in all its glory. I wanna go back, I wanna dig it up. I wanna get my hands dirty and find the love. Where did it go? This beautiful love. Where did it go? Where did it go? How can I start again when every moment is like a grain of sand? It slips through my hands, but I want to feel it. Yeah, I can feel it, but then it's gone again. I wanna go back, I wanna dig it up. I wanna get my hands dirty and find the love. Where did it go? This beautiful love through my hands like sand. Where did it go? Yes, I wanna go back, wanna dig it up, bring it back to life so I can feel that love. But you can't go back, that I know. Where did it go? Where did it go? Tell me, where did it go? Where did it go? Everybody wants to know. Where did it go? Now come on and tell me. Where did it go? Thank you. All right, so I got two more for you. Hang in there. Let's see, we'll save the pyrotechnics for later. For the last song. So this one is about time, and how many songs have been written about time? Thought I'd add another one to the pile. It's only so much time until you're out of time, and you're crawling on your knees just to say hallelujah, please. Tell me when you're flowers that he kept, locked up so tight, preserved as if someday would never end. How can it be it doesn't turn out right? Where is our God when the darkness has no light? Tick tock against her chest, she sees her father's eyes. Side the watch that hangs from her neck to the mind. Fools only want what they can never have. A wise man or woman only shouts from where they stand. We call out once more, watching the clock tick back and forth. Tick tock, tick tock. Trying to find yourself some meaning. You're trying to find yourself a new religion. That guy won't talk back because he's really not one to take it on his back. But you're out of time. There's only so much time. So much time, then you're out of time. All right. Joanne, I see you made it. How was the drive?
Not bad. This is my regular hangout, so,
This is?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mhm.
All right. Now I know where to find you.
Yep.
So I'll finish up with this song. This one's called In the Ground. And it's going to be the first song on my album I'm working on called Premonitions. And it's about the album. It's a tribute to my mom, but also a story. You know, a very similar story for all of us. You know, you go through loss, and there's guilt, and there's a lot of love, and regret, wrestling with things, thinking back, you know, past memories, all the way back to even, you know, when we were squeaky clean and new. So this song is a setup for the album, and I'm gonna give it a shot for you. This is the one that came in at number, I think it was 32, not 34.
Oh, okay.
Did I say 34? I might have written.
It's 34 on your website.
Yeah. I know. Is it say 34? Oh, maybe it's just wishful thinking on my part. You know how it is. You know, you look back on it. We always aggrandize a word. You know, we make things. You know, 10 years it would be like #1 hit in America, in the UK, and worldwide. Oh. Don't you hate it when that happens? So guitar players know that. You do an alternate tuning and you're ready to swing into the next song, and you forgot to retune it. Sometimes you even play a few lines. You're like, something's not right. That sounds right. Good enough. Pyrotechnics in this one. maybe water and ice. Now something digital had happened. Low level currents from the stars. It's in the ground. Crumbs of earth, the worms are feeding. It's in the ground. That bright yellow spaceship, nowhere to be found. Breaking speed of light, blue glow eyeliner. You shimmer so seductively, so divine. First lovers dance, kiss my lips like forbidden poison. A slender waltz in 3/4 time. Now it's in the ground, a flower dress that smiled and said it's in the ground. All the corner seats surrounded in darkness now. If I take the medicine, will my fever break? It's at the very essence of the rings we make. I remember my mama singing me to sleep. I remember my father wasn't born in a dream. Don't take a day for granted, should've washed it clean before it's buried. Love reigns supreme. Love reigns supreme. Love reigns supreme. Love reigns supreme. Now it's in the ground. All my love, the ones who save me in the ground. Stick toy soldiers, bright yellow spaceships in the ground. Just when you feel it, just like when you lose it in the ground. Let me hold you, let me hold you. It's in the ground, in the ground, in the ground, in the ground. The conversation isn't over. The conversation isn't over. No, the conversation isn't over now. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you listening. It's fun. You good? Okay. Guitar?
Let's give Maruzi another hand. That was awesome. Thank you. Well, next up is Jennifer McMullen. Winner of the Capital Region's Best of the Best Comedy Contest, Jennifer takes you on a wild ride through her life with hilarious tales of lovers, family, co-workers, motherhood, and beating breast cancer not once, but twice. Wow. She will have you laughing from the start to finish and quoting her silly catchphrases by the end of the night. She has performed all over the Capital Region, including Funny Bone, Comedy Works, and The Egg, as well as several hot spots in New York City, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts. Jennifer is an HR professional by day, comedian by night, and mother 24/7. Her stories are relatable, honest, and of course funny. Everybody, let's welcome Jen McMullen.
Hi, I was going to say good evening. I'm so used to. Can I unwind this a little? I'm going to undo this whole stage. I'm going to tear it up and knock stuff over. All right. I'll leave. I hope everybody, can you guys see me okay? Okay, just checking. Hi, good afternoon. Thank you for being here. Anybody who wasn't forced, there's actual audience. I just want to see if I'm at an all-time low today. Oh, great, all right, thank you. No, it's fine, it's fine. I'm usually just in front of my mirror, so this is nice. This is wonderful. No, Gail mentioned I am a, not just a one-time, but a two-time breast cancer survivor. Thank you. What are you gonna say, right? Boo! How'd you make it through? No, I know. It's always a good way to get applause, though, at a show if it's going bad. I just throw that one out there. I'm like, breast cancer? Yeah! You know, just get it back up, get the momentum up. No, yeah, it's crazy because you would think that a second cancer diagnosis would be the worst part of the whole thing, or maybe like the surgeries or the treatments, but it was actually having to get completely naked in front of my very attractive plastic surgeon. Like, that was really the most horrific part of this whole experience, right? And they always tell you, like, you should take people with you to the appointments, right? So that they can listen and get all the information, because it's just too much coming at you, right, at that time. So I did. I took my friend, who drooled over him the entire time, and didn't pay attention to anything. And all I could focus on was, so just to not overshare, really, but do we have any medical people here? Oh, so you could fact check me. All right, I can't lie. No, I'm kidding. I opted for the free flap procedure. Might be a little TMI for a Saturday afternoon, but it's a real thing. They actually, apron belly ladies in the house. Most people don't want to admit to that, but I had the apron. I still have a belly, right? But he couldn't take it all, unfortunately. I said, oh my God, you could make boobs for a lot of women if you just take it all. Like, just, let's help the community here. But they can only take what they need. But anyway, I opted for the procedure where they actually take your stomach and make a boob out of it. I kid you not, but they look pretty, right? We're good? You guys are like, oh God, Gail didn't tell us this was gonna, no. That we would be exposed to this on a Saturday afternoon. Sorry, I'm not gonna take anything off, don't worry. But anyway, so he's examining me and he's on his knees in front of me and he's picking up the apron belly and looking under it for a significant amount of time. I'm like, what the hell are you looking for? I gotta know. The little guys that never called me back, they're not there, I promise. No, but I said to him, I was like, oh, it kind of benefited me over the years to maintain this girth. You know, I never knew what I would use it for, but it turns out I saved myself. No implants over here, all natural, you know? Yeah, but anyway, he said to me, the correct medical terminology is ample tissue for the procedure. I was like, okay. Yeah, but anyway, we left the appointment and many appointments after that, and my friends are like, God, I don't understand, don't you just think he's so handsome? And I'm like, I do think he's handsome, but here's the thing. The guy has handed me my underpants in a biohazard bag, right? With a smile. So I'm like, I think the ship has sailed. You know, not just his beautiful blonde wife at home. I think that's what did it for him, you know? But anyway, no, so, in having that procedure, it did expose what lies beneath that I hadn't seen in a lot of years, people. I'm sorry about that, sir. That is, you are directly I shat myself over there, that's why I said that. I shot. She does get frisky, I don't think she'll grab you, but boy, ever since she got released. And it's funny because I know that this type of a gig on a Saturday would make you think that I've made it. I know that. No, this is wonderful. This is beautiful. But it's great for the esteem. It is. But I do still have a day job. So I do human resources for my 9 to 5, which, I'm not like a good HR person, right? Like, I don't call people back. I don't help them with their benefits. I don't really do any of the things I say I'm gonna do for these people, but I do put out a candy dish, right? This is my way of resourcing the humans, right? Kick off that diabetes for them. Yeah, but I should point out, I don't put out like full-size candy bars for these people, right? I just put out like the miniatures, and almost every day the same really fit little slut, right? Office whore, we all have them, right? She comes in, she takes the little bitty candy bar, she bites it in half, she puts the rest of it away, and goes, oh my God, I feel so fat for eating that. And that's when I stand up, and like 14 of those wrappers fall to the floor. I'm like, I know what you mean. Just gonna do one burger today, cutting back. And this will be the same woman, she'll stroll in at like 10 a.m. and she'll be like, I'm starving. And people will come running from their offices and cubicles like they really are saving a starving child, right? With like dusty Pop-Tarts and stale granola bars. Here, hurry up before you pass out. And then there'll be me and it's like 5 at night and I'm like, oh God, I just realized I didn't have breakfast or lunch. I actually do think I'm gonna pass out. You know what they say to me? Oh, Jen, you just gotta have willpower. That's why I'm canceling all of their benefits. Messing with the wrong HR person, okay? No, I just can't believe how fast time is going though. It feels so crazy, doesn't it? How's it like almost the end of October? Am I the only one? It's like before you know it, we'll be trick-or-treating, and next thing you know, I'll be tricking for my kids' Christmas gifts. It's a busy time of year coming. No, I don't really have to do that anymore. She's older now. But yeah. When she was younger though, I worked hard to like keep the magic alive of the holidays, the innocence and all of that. I thought that was special. I wanted to hang on to it. So I was filling her head with it, Santa, and keep it alive, and you believe what you want to. And she came home from school one day, and she was crying. And she said, oh, Mom, all the kids at school said there's no Santa. And I was like, you tell those little assholes that there is a Santa, and you believe. And she said, okay, good, because I'm going to ask him for an Apple iMac. I said, oh, I am sorry to do this, honey, but turns out those kids were right. Yeah, Santa's a total crock of shit. I'm sorry. How about a Dell laptop? Black Friday special. No, I got into a lot of reality TV when I was laid up with all this stuff. Do you guys like reality TV?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, there's a new one out right now called Bailin' Out Loud. She's a young lady that has Tourette's syndrome. Does anyone here have Tourette's? Maybe I'll skip this one. No, I didn't hear anybody outburst through anybody's set, so I thought we were good with this. But no, I mean, she's like the cutest, pretty thing, right? Young girl. And she's on every episode, she's just yelling out the most vulgar, inappropriate shit in the background. Like they're doing the trailer for the show and she's like, my mom has an STD! She like just yells this shit out and the mom's there like, she's so cute, isn't she? I'm like, oh my God. And I thought, could you just imagine me like if I had Tourette's and it were my show, like I would be naked, poured onto my couch, yelling to my partner, whole pizza now, dick face! I'm sorry, that was inappropriate for the crowd and the time of day, but I'm just doing my normal stuff, so work through it with me. But yeah, I can't picture it. What else do I love? I love Dr. Pimple Popper. Have we seen this? That's a good, yeah, it's a good one. You know, it's funny, she's the cutest, nicest doctor, right? Every episode, same thing. There'll be a person sitting in the exam room waiting for her with what looks like a, testicle on their face, right? But she comes into the exam room every time, same thing. What brings you in today? And I'm like, well, I'm not a doctor, but if I had to guess, I would say it's the thing that jiggles on their face when they talk. She ruined tapioca pudding for me. That's done and over with. I didn't mind that as much because I'm not 100, so I was like, I can do without tapioca. No offense, sir. No, I love you. You're not 100. I like your sneakers. Woody's done with me. If it wasn't this, that did it. Yeah. No, but I will say when she started talking about like butter and mayonnaise, then I was like, lady, those are some of my staple foods. What are you trying to do to me here? I think my favorite reality show, because I actually have found that I watch the shows that make me feel better about myself as a person. So I love My 600 Pound Life, right? Whenever I can watch My 600 Pound Life and I can get up off the couch without help, I feel like a supermodel, right? And I will strut to the kitchen like, I didn't even use my arm to get up. Go get more ice cream. I'm like, I'm fat, I'm not that. No, that's terrible. No, I like the doctor on there, though. He's so nice, right, Dr. Now? He's always like, what have you been eating? You gained 85 pounds since you were here 2 weeks ago. And they always say the same thing, right? I've been sticking to the plan. Just been eating salad with salmon on it. No, the correct answer is anything that could not get away. That's what you've been eating. I can't watch it. I found that I can't watch it with my thin friends because they're always like, it's like making my stomach hurt to see how much food they're eating. But like, I'm getting recipe ideas, right? Like, oh my God, I never thought about dipping my extra bacon, extra mayo club in gravy. Stuff is good, by the way. Check it out at one of your local cafes here, right? Oh gosh, what else? I was been dabbling a little bit with online dating. Anybody going near that at all these days? No, we don't want to admit it, right? Certainly not if you're sitting with your spouse. You don't want to keep your hand down for these questions. No, but it's safe all through COVID and all that. I got into it a little more heavier, right? Because you didn't want to actually meet up with anybody, right? Just wanted to kind of put the feelers out and see. But for those of you that are saying you've never done online dating, it's okay. I'll educate you a little bit on it today, and then I'll get out of your stage. They make you set up profiles, just like any other social media thing, right? They ask you a million questions that no one cares about. Like, what type of restaurants do you like? Or what kind of meadows do you like to frolic in? And I was like, I think you're gonna have to ask different questions if you're gonna find my perfect match. Like, I wanna know things like, has your face ever frightened anyone? Right? Those are important. You know, why are you holding a fish? No, I know that would get a reaction because I don't know what it is, but guys will go to the local river where they live and hook a polluted bass out of there and then stand in a picture with it and show you that they plucked it from the river, you know, bloated, and it's beautiful. Sometimes they're shirtless if you're lucky. I have to be honest though, it hasn't been going well, and I have found myself critiquing the fish. That's a pretty meaty fish. You could keep me fed. What else do I want to know? Have you ever been mistaken for a homeless person? And please forgive me, Gail. This sounds inappropriate. I think the question I'd like asked the most, probably a lot of the ladies in here, maybe some of the guys, who knows, but I want to know, is your penis longer than your thumb? Just watching. There we go. I'm like, oh, she doesn't laugh. I'll see myself out. But anyway, there was a gentleman was like, I was this close. All right, guys, thank you so much. for having me, Gail. I didn't offend anybody. I'm sitting by the door. Thank you.
Hey, folks, let's give Jen another applause. Alrighty, I got another story to tell. But first, I want to introduce my band because they're all former students. I taught for 20 years at Mohonasen, and they're all former students. So I got Leslie Elishek. I got Laura McCarr, Nate Fink, Dan Holt, and there he is. There's Evan Herself. And Rob Ehrenstein, who was my classmate, he's gone now because he had to go to another gig. So anyway, I'm going to tell you another story and sing one last song. And here we go. So, it's funny you talking about those fish. Growing up in northern Minnesota, you know, you went fishing up there all the time.
Ice fishing.
Ice fishing, absolutely, all winter long. Your fishing gear always lived in your vehicle. So there's lots of pictures of me and my brother holding a fish. So, and I know, I'm sorry, I'm just a goof. Anyway. This is a story called Flip the Day. So, let me get this up here so I can actually read it, because I'm an old fart. Okay. So, this is a story about looking at the good things in your life, you know, and making something out of them as opposed to the bad things. I'm calling it Flip the Day. A small something fell into a small place one morning shortly after I got out of bed, and the litany of negative thoughts that followed caught my attention. Wow, I said, already? I had been awake a mere 10 minutes and the negative train was moving down the track. The TV was on and a motivational speaker on PBS was talking about changing paradigms, about looking at life through a more positive lens. I took pause. I thought, well, there's some cheesy irony. Apparently, though, I am a cosmic snob. I expect my road signs to be a bit more unique. I chose to ignore this one, but it wouldn't leave me alone all day, and it led me here. Flip the day. In the realm of what we perceive as mundane, it is easy to forget the power of little events. We spill coffee, drop a small something into an inconvenient space, and we surround these blips with all the irritating junk we have experienced in recent history. They become a reflection of a cosmic scheme, part of what we perceive as the general path of our lives, and follow the thought pattern that says, of course something bad happened to me. Conversely, when something positive occurs, we view it as an anomaly, an unexpected gift, a surprise. We take for granted the small joys, like a hug, the good morning, the privilege of simply waking up, and, most profoundly, the consistent presence of love. We instead focus on the little annoyances and make them global, a part of the negative conspiracy. While I suspect that these annoyances are not going to disappear just because we will them to do so, I do believe it is time to surround the everyday positive things in our lives with the same level of attention as the junk. I am flipping the day. Here's my song. It's 3,000 miles. I've been calling it the Epic of Gilgamesh. I wrote this, I drive back and forth to Minnesota every year. And I wrote this driving back from Minnesota. And it's 1,500 miles there, 1,500 miles back, so 3,000 miles. wrestled a bear on my kitchen floor. 3,000 miles ain't much anymore. From here to eternity is an unseen shore. Oh, 3,000 miles ain't much anymore. Ain't much anymore. Gave all my love to a restless heart. Grew a baby where none would start. Gave up my ways so she could grow. 3,000 miles ain't much anymore. Ain't much anymore. Oh, ain't much anymore. When I was a girl, I wanted to go to space. So I drove myself all over the place. And I came back around where I'd been before. Oh, 3,000 miles ain't much anymore. Ain't much anymore. Ain't much anymore. 3,000 miles. The birds are calling my name. Put down my troubles and my trials. They'll be there tomorrow all the same. Swerved for a butterfly, took down a tree. And this is how lives come to be. Walking with faith through unseen doors. Oh, 3,000 miles ain't much anymore. Ain't much anymore. Whoa, ain't much anymore. No, 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 ain't much. Wrestled a bear on my kitchen floor. Oh, 8,000 miles ain't much anymore. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you came in late and there wasn't anybody out front there, there's the admittance fee is $25. If you want to pop that in the donations, that's fine. Thank you everybody for coming out. I appreciate you coming out. The next charity hour is here on November 22nd, featuring singer-songwriter Jeff Brisbane, singer-songwriter Bruce Blinn Knapp, comedian Cecilia Gray, and of course, Swamp Lily. The event will benefit the Autism Society of the Greater Hudson Region and will be represented by Angelo Santa Barbara, who has an autistic son. So he will be here to speak. Alrighty, folks. Thank you so much for coming out. I hope to see you in November. Please come back. Thank you.